I'm Isolde Headland and this is my honors project. Can cats taste sweetness? My problem is, are cats able to taste sweetness? If so, what is their favorite taste? If cats are presented with the same food with different additives, then they will choose their favorite, which will be umami, a more savory kind of taste. The research articles I found said that cats had no sweet receptors to taste sweetness, and I wanted to see if that was true. However, no study was made on ranking a cat's favorite taste, so tests 2 and 3 have no other tests to be compared to. However, these tests were added on, just for curiosity. Test 1 consisted of measuring the cat food, 75 grams, and adding 1 tablespoon to the bowl. Next, you place the food in front of the cat, and you watch the cat and mark its behaviors down. The 5 tastes I used: sugar for sweetness, salt for saltiness, bitter almond for bitterness, lime juice for sourness, and fish flakes for umami. Notice that these do not pose a threat to a cat's health. Test 2 was different. You wanted a small amount of cat food in each bowl so that the cat wouldn't get full and leave. You wanted the cat to try every bowl so that the data would be skewed by the cat's lack of hunger. So I used 20 grams of cat food and 1/8 teaspoon of each additive. You repeated this 5 times for each taste. For the third test, I was measuring which taste the cats preferred compared to their normal food. Once again, they had 20 grams of wet cat food with 1/8 teaspoon of additive, but this time was only sugar and fish flakes, the 2 most eaten out of bowls. I put 3 bowls in front of them, a sweet, umami, and normal cat food bowl. The first test, independent variables, was the amount of sugar in the bowl. The dependent variable was the action and behavior of the cat, and the control that I tried to keep constant was the texture of the food and the temperature of the food, because I know cats can be very picky about these. Second test, the independent variables were all the additives. The dependent variable was the same as the previous test, and I used all the different tastes to be controls for each other, but I also used the cat's reactions to the food the night prior to the testing, which was just normal cat food. I had the sugar and umami as the variables, the same dependent variable, although this time I was looking for the bowl that was eaten out of the most, and the control was the normal cat food bowl. In trial 1, the results were varied, showing no specific correlation between sugar and the food, meaning that cats didn't recognize the additive. Here's the data table of trial 1. Once again, trial 2 showed that there was no specific correlation between the additive and cats recognizing it. This is the data table of trial 2. This is the data for test 2, determining which flavor was the cat's favorite. Sugar and umami ranked the highest by far. The results of my tests were very similar with the results that the scientists had performed. Like I had said, there was no test on a cat's favorite taste as well. A downside to this experiment was how time-consuming it was, and that I got too curious and decided last minute to make a new test to narrow down the top scores, sweetness and umami. I also decided to take out spicy because whether or not spicy as a taste is not certain, and I thought it would be a little unethical to make my cats eat that. Findings, I found that cats did like umami the best, and that sugar and normal cat food were tied, which led me to the conclusion that cats cannot taste sweetness. However, one error was the placement of the food bowls, because once a cat finds something to eat, it is unlikely it will be moved around, so I had to displace the cats to make them try other foods. One interesting thing that my cat Moshi did was bury his food like he would bury his poop. I inferred that he was not pleased or did not like his food. My objective had been to see if cats could actually taste sweetness. I found my answer, which is no, by the way, therefore proving my hypothesis correct. Cats were unable to taste the sweetness. They also liked umami the best, the second half of my hypothesis. However, we will never know for sure what a cat's favorite taste is, or if they cannot taste the taste, because cats cannot talk to us and they won't just tell us, "Ooh, that one was tasty," or "Am I supposed to taste something here?" So we will never be 100% positive. But with this experiment, we are now 95% positive that these findings were correct. Thank you.